Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and your daily cast of characters, where we discuss the issues of the day, entertainment news, what's really going on in Washington, and the world. Why don't we just hear it from the horse's mouth himself?
We can't have someone in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified. I don't think it's safe to be briefed on national security because the word will get out.
I agree.
I know at some point they're going to be calling, they're going to want to brief me.
Yep.
But I'm not a talker about this stuff.
That's what
This
you do
is
when
like
you're the president.
Watergate. Only it's worse.
Mm-hmm.
Because here, our foreign enemies were in a position to hack
Your
our
mouth.
most sensitive national security secrets.
Of course, it turns out the Russians didn't need to hack Hillary's email server. They were able to hack Trump's mouth.
This is like Watergate, only it's worse.
Yes, indeed.
The Lee Michaels Show on the Power of Voices Radio Network.
Very interesting that he acknowledged that he's the problem. Isn't that amazing? Why the hell am I seeing all this weird stuff? That's weird. I gotta fix that. How did that happen? Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show. Totally disconnected here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I should have stayed in bed. Why is that camera looking outside, down the hall, around the corner, and it should be pointing in? Who did that? Must have been them damn Russians again. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hello, world. Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show. I am that guy. Last I checked. But you never know. Maybe I've been cloned. One thing for sure, I'm not Donald Trump. And I hate the fact that he's still our president. Your president. Not my man. Not my man. No. No way, Jose. Let me welcome to the show my right hand, my Chicago dog, Chris Bass in the place.
Yes, boom, shakalaka. How you doing, my man?
I'm kicking, man. I'm live and kicking.
Alive and kicking. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Any day above ground is a good day.
That is true. I am happy to be here, to hear you and you hear me. It's all good
I like
in the
that.
hood.
Nice.
I did a little tripping last night. Did you see my little video?
Yeah, I caught that. Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. Riding down the 405, the famous 405. The same one that the OJ alleged chase. It wasn't a chase. They was just following. It wasn't chasing. He was doing like 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour.
He wasn't chasing.
No.
He was taking a nice stroll.
Yeah, they were just tailing him. They knew where he was going. And all the people on the side of the road pulling over, waving. What a circus, huh?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
In
they were
fact,
honking at him and everything else.
Yeah. I dropped off a couple and their kids last night from the airport in the same neighborhood. In fact, the guy claimed his backyard butted up against the OJ property. And I had been told that they'd torn the house down, but that's not true, according to this neighbor. He said that it's been renovated, but not torn down. They didn't start from scratch. But and then the place where Nicole and Goldman was killed, apparently it sold pretty quickly. It wasn't like on the market for years or anything. And I don't know that I could buy a house where two people were murdered. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Nope and hell nope. I can never do that.
Was just, not only that, you're always going to be a spectacle. And he said people are still coming by the former OJ pad tours, those looky-loos coming through in those little crazy buses and what have you, trucks, waving and what have you. So I'm sure it's a nuisance to the people in Brentwood. But those things happen. You become a part of the public spectacle.
Yeah. Well, especially when you have those biased, tour guides.
Yeah.
And here we have the Brentwood mansion where O.J. Simpson killed his wife and friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they got to hype it up. And a lot of the places that they take people by, the actual stars don't live there anymore. They've been gone.
See, right. Well, the tourists don't know that.
No, they just, oh, my God. And so many of these houses, especially in like Beverly Hills and Bel Air and places like that, they're behind gates, behind, 12-foot walls. You really can't see anything. So I don't know why people would even pay $10 to ride in the bus to go see that crap. Let the people have a little privacy. It's people like you that make these paparazzi guys famous and wealthy because inquiry minds want to know. I guess. But
let them have their privacy, man. Come on now.
I've never been impressed with that. Going to see where Jack Benny used to live. Jack Benny's been dead 50 years. Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, this is a former house of Frank Sinatra. Yeah, how long ago?
Yeah, like the looky-loos.
Ooh, wow. Frank lived there?
Wow, man. How many women did he bone in that place?
You know they're going to go there.
Oh, of course, right.
Yeah. This is where Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball lived.
Ooh.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, man.
I thought the house would have been bigger than that. Well, yeah.
I thought the house would be in black and white, too. Oh, my God.
50 years ago, that was a big-ass house,
There you go. Right.
Yeah. So, Beyonce and Jay-Z bought a house, and it's 90,000 square feet. No, they paid $90 million for it. That's what.
$90 million for it.
$90 million, the most expensive house sold so far. Why? What do you need it for? What's that all about? Well, got to have the biggest, the baddest,
right.
Most expensive, all that bovine. Yeah, when you can't sing no more and Jay-Z can't produce another hit, what you gonna do then? Well, I guess we got to sell the house.
Right.
Shit. No kidding.
You know how it is, man. It's you do it because you can in this situation. It's like, once again, the biggest, the baddest, I got to have all this, keep up with the Joneses type of mentality. So I don't know, man. If I was blessed to, even be in that high tax bracket, I don't know if I would pay $90 million for a home. I mean, I'd rather get a home that's decent and pay it outright, and so I could own it. But $90 million, dude, I can't do it.
I mean, that's got to be, well, it depends on how much money you put down on it and how the financing on it. But hell, that's got to be, well, shit, more than $5 million a month.
Right, I'm hip.
Come on, that's a big check to write.
It's not that serious.
$5, $6, $7 million a month, plus your property tax, plus the crew that you're going to need to keep it up, your upkeep. You got to have a full-time gardener.
Right.
You got to have a crew that's constantly painting and cleaning and pressure washing. I mean, that's another, $500,000 a month.
Yes, I mean, just like you said, the upkeep and the maintenance.
Yeah. And then you got to have a staff to clean it, the inside. You got to have a cook or two or three. The pool guy.
Yeah.
I think it has, 4 pools? Come on. Nah. Now, you got to pay the nanny to keep track of the kids running around the property. Then you got security. No, man. I don't want to live like that. Do you?
Nope. I mean, you know what? He should have had Art Imitate Life and paid $99 million for it. Like $99 million, and the bitch ain't one of them.
Well, let's do the math on that. Jay-Z, what did I see? He made less than $60 million last year because the most expensive, or the biggest income for any producer / DJ was Calvin Harris at about $66 million. So he didn't touch Calvin. And whatever Beyonce made, I mean, what could she have made last year? 20, 30 million, maybe? So between the two of them, they're not knocking down 100 million a year, probably. So that's if you're spending $10 million a month for a $90 million house, that's $120 million a year. I don't know, dog. I don't know.
I ain't even trying to go out like that, man.
No.
Just give me a nice house from the ground up I could build. I don't want a staff.
Yeah.
I want to be there because that's like, that's another whole drama. We got people in your house stealing your stuff. And if you leave, they're going to have to throw big parties and, crash stuff and everything else.
Animal party going on. Animal house party. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Got animal porn in your front room and stuff like that going on when you leave. No.
Nope. It's too much to maintain, man.
Yeah,
I don't want that. Although when I win the lottery, I might buy maybe a $5 million house. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I won't have a payment. I'll pay it off, pay cash for it.
Pay it outright. Right?
Yeah. I might have another house out in the woods somewhere, a tiny house. You not really want one of those little tiny houses. You know what I'm talking about?
Give me a description of that. That sounds familiar.
There's a TV show where they build these little tiny houses. Most of them are like 400 or 500 square feet. And it's like a trailer. You could put wheels on it and pull it behind your car and go, on the road with it. But I don't want one like they're building that you can put on the trailer because I don't want to move the damn thing. If I want that, I'll get a SUV, RV, or whatever.
Right, RUV, right.
Yeah.
RV, there you go. RV.
So I want a one-story ranch tiny house. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, with a little living room area that I can put a 75-foot TV on the wall. It's going to be more TV than the house. I want a big-ass TV. And that's it. Maybe put it on like an acre so I can grow some veggies. And maybe, have the dogs running around or something like that. And I'm good. That's all I need. That'll be my little getaway pad. Maybe I'll have 2 or 3 of those.
Well, see, like most guys, I've always wanted, like, say that, I'm sorry?
I said, now, see, I'm getting stupid now. I got 2 or 3 of those little puppies. So that's how people lose their damn minds. They get a little bit of money and then they just go nuts.
Yeah. Because now you're overspending. You're putting yourself back in the red, don't even know it.
Yeah. My uncle used to tell me, my Uncle Bill, wise man, very wise man. He used to say, boy, what do you need all that stuff for? I remember when I bought my yacht. Boy, what do you need a yacht for? Well, I always wanted one. Yeah, but you don't need it? I said, no, I never said I needed it, but I wanted it. Yeah, okay. he just leave you hanging like, yeah, okay. And shake his head. I'm sure he was saying, damn fool.
Yep.
Poured all that money into that hole in the water. He was right. He was right. I didn't need it, but I wanted it. So I bought it. But anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
People do stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they do.
And I think you should enjoy, your life. And, when you go out and work hard and you earn a substantial amount of money, you should enjoy it. What's the purpose of working hard? But you shouldn't spend it all just on frivolous bull.
Right.
Keep some of it invested so you can maintain a lifestyle. Get some residual income off of it. You can prolong that lifestyle that you created. Anyway, lesson learned.
Yeah. but I would love, like most guys, to have like, your own personalized man cave, or I'll call it the base cave.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd like to have that, with a personalized, pool table, nice bar. If I had the money, a nice walk-in humidor for my cigars, for my stogies.
Oh, okay. You smoke cigars, huh?
Yeah, I mean, every now and again, not a lot.
Okay.
But every now and again, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd like to have a nice theater room, man cave / theater room. Or maybe 2 rooms. A theater, so you can go in there and it's completely soundproof. You could drop a bomb in there and nobody would hear it.
Nice.
And so you can play it loud. You know, the older you get, you got to turn shit up because you can't hear.
Preach.
What?
Preach, man. What'd you say? Huh? What?
What? Run that by me again. Yeah, so you gotta have a soundproof room. So when you go in there, you can play your music loud and video your movies loud with a big, nice, comfy chairs that you can lay back in and go to sleep. And I wanted a lock on the door that anybody can't get in. If you don't have the combination or your thumbprint, you can't come in. I don't give a damn who you are.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And
I like that, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I want video cam so I can see who's at the door.
Yep.
Yep. If you don't look right, you ain't coming in. It's the private man cave zone. All weirdos stay out.
There you go. Or depending on what kind of weirdo you like, have them go and come on in.
Yeah, well, that's true. We'll have that little buzzer so you can buzz them in.
There you go. The secret password.
Yeah, yeah. And we'll have a robot to bring the drinks and food. I don't even want a human. I don't want a human involved.
Yeah, they talk back.
Yeah. We need another drink for it. Don't ask no questions. This is the man cave. That's right.
Right.
The man cave. I do what I want, when I want it, how I want it. It's the man cave. You got your own cave. Go to your cave. Leave me alone.
That's right. Thank you.
I need some alone time.
Nice.
Yeah. Me and my dogs.
Yeah, I like that, man. Good idea. See that I can get with when you have the money and the resources to do that, and you really enjoy it, man. That's when you sit back and say, man, you know, I got the time to do this, the big recliner, and how everyone likes it before the comfort zone. I mean, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, you work hard. You deserve a nice little luxury thing like that. And that's not over the top, I don't think. I know a guy that built a theater room and spent like $200,000 on it.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, and it stepped down. I think it was like 4 seats on each level, and it was three or 4 levels. It was kind of like a theater. You walk down into it, and the screen was like huge, like a theater screen, and it was attached to his house, and it was pretty well soundproof. I mean, you could barely hear a little bit of noise after you close that door. It was double doors, kind of like a radio studio door, the old-fashioned ones. And so it was tight. They had a great sound system in there, a little bar and a popcorn maker, and, you know, just like a theater on a smaller scale. And the seats would recline, and you had the little cup holder in the arm, and it was nice, real nice. He spent about $200 on it.
Man,
I know people spent more than that, but that was a nice chunk of money.
Oh yeah, well that's a salary, man.
Yeah, for most people.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's above the average income by a lot. So what's your president doing today?
Well, before we get on the president, because we always talk about him, I'm starting to hate that intro that you have. No offense. I mean, I hear his voice and I cringe, man. I know.
I asked Apollo to come up with a new one, but he's been slacking, you know?
We can't have that intro no more. It just grates on my nerve. I know it does with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get a different one.
But before we go further with that, we would be amiss not to mention the birthday. And she is the host of Full Body Frequency. You catch it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the Power of Voices, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. I do believe, noon out your way on the West Coast there?
That's right.
Our very own Laura Rice, 57 years old. I swear to God, she looks fantastic.
Is she that old?
Yeah, she's that old now.
No, you're making it up.
No, 55 if a day.
She told me she was in her 40s.
No.
Oh, so she's gained the throne right alongside your president. Lie, your pants on fire.
Yeah, a lot of pants be on fire too. I would say, but she's 55 years old.
Well, how can you come up with that? I mean, she's either 55 or 57 or 42. What is it?
Well,
are you making this up?
No. See, my thing is when people fudge their age, they're somewhere in the timeline of the truth. So if you're not in your 40s and you're not 57, my guess is probably around 55. That's just my guess. Laura, you're out there, typing there. How old are you? I mean, and give the truth.
Don't
Tell
lie.
everybody you're 55, right?
Don't
lie. Keep it moving.
Tell the truth. This is Truth Serum Day on your birthday. Don't make me come over there and shoot you in the butt with some sodium pentothal.
Well, she'll like that, though.
You think so? She probably would.
Oh, yeah. She'll probably stick her butt out.
Start to twerk it. Work that booty.
Yeah, that's a lot of twerk. You're going to be there for an hour.
You funny.
Hey, so you might as well pull up your popcorn and your drink, and you'll be there for a while.
Hey, Lee Michaels, a.k.a. Mr. Hooper. Who is that? Why are you calling me Hooper? I don't get that one. Explain it to me. Hey, Shama. Dave Johnson's in the house. Absolutely insane. I guess when you grew up with you experience the best. Well, yeah, that's true, Shama. Yeah, you want a tiny house too? I think they're kind of really nice. And maybe I'll throw a little tiny pool in the backyard. Everything be on a smaller scale. This is my next business venture. I'm going to go out and buy like 25, 30 acres. It'll be out and about, not in the city. And it'll build, like 25 or 30 tiny houses on it. It's going to be a gated community. It'll have a little tiny recreational room, a tiny pool. Everything will be scale. It'll be and it'll be called Tiny Town. What do you think of that?
No, are you serious, man?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Tiny Town.
Tiny Town. A tiny village.
You're going to offend, smaller people. And
why? It got nothing to do with it. Big people can live there.
Yeah, I know.
It's not for little people, necessarily. But they're tiny
so
houses.
So little people can't move into Tiny Town?
Sure they can. I don't care. But I'm just saying, it's for people who don't need the big-ass house anymore, and they're ready to scale down and live in a nice, affordable place. You can build those things for less than $20,000.
No, I'm with you. I think it's a good idea. I just know how PC the universe is nowadays. And you'll have, people who are smaller in stature come after your ass.
Well, don't move in. It's a concept. It's not to offend anybody. It's just small scale houses, affordable. And we might even provide our own electricity through solar power. We'll get some big ass solar panels out there. It won't have to be on your house, but we'll have a central power system, and maybe we'll do our own well, purified water, nice pool in a clubhouse, small tennis court, small basketball court. I mean, really, what do you need a big-ass basketball court for? You shoot some hoops.
What, you like half a court?
Yeah, half court. Maybe a quarter court.
A quarter court.
Yeah. You have the basket, official height, the rim and everything. But you don't need a lot of concrete. You just want to go out there and shoot. Bam. From the foul line. So it's all relative. Maybe we'll have a little tiny store. Mini mart.
See, I don't know, dog. I'm telling you, they're going to come after you, man. They're going to come after you with pitchforks and go, protest outside the Tiny Town, man. Yeah. I'm telling you.
A little bar.
See, little bar.
Small drinks.
You're not making anything better by using the word little and tiny and mini and stuff like that.
It's a description of what it is. It's going to be a small bar. No tables. Everybody have to stand up at the bar. You get a little drunk.
A little drunk?
A little drunk. Yeah. You walk your little ass home and go to sleep in your little ass house.
Little ass home.
Yeah, take a little dip in the pool.
Right.
Small hot tub, built for
there
two.
There
You
you go.
you and your significant other, you can stay in there 15 minutes, little time, get your little ass up and go home. And then somebody else can get in their little tiny hot tub. Well, supply. We'll have a little health club there. Get a little mini rub down.
Right, everything's little and mini.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Keep it affordable. See, you feeling this concept. You just want to make fun of it. But I know you said, damn, that's a damn good idea. Then you hit the home run again.
No, I think you're on to something. But like I said, dog, these people out here, you can't say anything like that. It's too politically correct. And I told they'll protest, and you shouldn't use words like that. Like, for example, okay, say, for example, you got the whole concept.
Yeah.
And you got the bar thing going on.
Yeah.
You can't use words to offend. Like, for example, you're at the bar and you're paying for a drink.
Yeah.
And you get the wrong change back. Hey, man, you
shortchanged
me.
But
you can't use that, man.
Okay, well, what are you going to say then? So you want to be Mr. PC? What? How are you going to say that?
I'm not PC. I'm just saying about how everybody else will be gravitating towards that.
What the hell with them? Get out of my little town. I'm the little mayor up in here.
The little mayor?
Yeah.
The tiny mayor.
I got little rules. That's right. It's gonna be fun, man. See, you tripping. You were really tripping it. Now, where's Laura Rice? She didn't comment on the age yet.
She's probably step away from
laughing at my little jokes. I bet she'll come in and put a lowercase LOL.
Oh yeah. Now wait a minute. Would you invite Laura Rice to your tiny town?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rotsaruk.
You don't think she would come? I bet she'd be the first person to buy a little house up in there.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. She got a little car already.
She does?
Yeah, she's got one of those little, what is it? Little square van looking kind of thing. What is that?
Oh yeah, the square biz thing. I think it's a Scion or something.
Scion, like
yeah.
Something like that. So she's already in that mindset, see?
And she's driving the square biz. I caught that.
Square biz?
Yeah.
You silly. See, but I know people like my idea, and they're gonna be on it. Absolutely.
No, I like it. I'm with you, dog. I'm just saying about the people who will be offended and try to protest. That's all.
Yeah, Laura has a Scion. So, yeah, Laura, what do you think of my little idea?
Yeah, I think she missed it. Yeah, retell the little idea you have for this tiny town thing. Go ahead.
Oh, come on. I got to do the whole thing. I can't remember all that shit.
Just give it the bullet points, that's all.
Okay, Laura, here's my idea. I'm going to go buy 30, 40, 50 acres, whatever. 50 acres. Let's call it 50 acres. I'm going to create my own little town, little village, and the official name hasn't been certified yet, but let's say little village. And in the little village will be only the little tiny homes. You know, the tiny house like you see on the TV show? So each house will be on maybe a half acre. We're going to have a tiny pool, a tiny hot tub, a tiny bar, a mini mart, a tiny mart, so you can go buy your, food and stuff. Get your little sandwich, a little hot dog, a little wiener. And, we'll have a little clubhouse. You can have your parties there for a small crowd. And everything will be on a smaller scale, but with all the things that you need in life. You don't need a 5,000 square foot house. You need a house that's maybe, let's say it's 800 square feet. And maybe that might be one of the bigger ones, 1,000 square feet. Okay? You can have a ranch. You can have a 2-level. It's up to you. But it's a whole concept of scaling down, not scaling up. Like Jay-Z and his wife with the $90 million house in 50,000 square feet or something crazy. Who needs all that? And we'll have a little river. You can go catch some little fish. So that's my concept. That's my idea. So all of you in the chat room on the Lee Michaels Facebook page, I'd like to get your feedback. What your thoughts on this? Would you buy a house in Little Village, a tiny house, with all the amenities that you need. You know, you'll have a little kitchen. I'm going to have a king-size bed up in mine. I can't have a little, single bed. I can't do that. So I'm going to have a king-size bed, and I'm going to have a big-ass TV.
Yeah, because you're the mayor.
Well, yeah. It's my creation. So I'm gonna be the ruler. You'll be the king of the little village. Yeah. So I think it's a good idea, and I've been talking to some friends about it. Everybody I tell this idea to, they get excited about it. Well, maybe they're laughing at me and not laughing or agreeing that it's a good idea. But I bet you somebody does this. I guarantee you. And I shouldn't be talking about it on the air because I'm losing a great idea that's going to be worth billions of dollars. And we could take these communities and build them all over the U.S. I guarantee you, especially foreigners will come in and buy those things up by the boatload. Apollo's in here. What's up, Apollo?
What it is, brother?
Well, we're just talking about how to make some money in my little tiny village. What you think?
I don't know. Where is it going to be located?
Well, I don't know yet. I got to buy some land.
You going to buy the little tiny houses and put them in there?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be
Yeah, they sell. We got one right here in the middle of my town on display. I think they want like $39,000 for that one.
That's too much. Yeah.
But it's fully equipped. It comes with all the appliances and everything in it. And, you got a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom downstairs, then a loft bedroom up top.
Yeah, I don't want that loft thing. I want a ranch. I'm doing a ranch.
A ranch?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want. I'm not climbing up no damn ladder to go to sleep. Are you kidding me?
Like a little house on the prairie.
No, I ain't doing that.
You too old to be climbing ladders.
Well, that's part of it. But yeah, you're right. I'm not doing that. Nope.
Well, I'm just saying it gives you more space downstairs.
If you want to
you can put the loft up there for your grandbabies when they come home. They could climb up there.
No, they're gonna be in the guest house, another little tiny house.
Now, damn it, you can't have a guest. Oh, you gonna have two tiny houses.
Yeah.
So you trying to build a Jay-Z tiny house?
Yeah, there you go. But I won't have a $10 million a month, mortgage and overhead.
Oh, he paying cash. I'm sure he probably paying cash for his. He ain't mortgaging that house.
He ain't making that kind of money to write a check for $90 million.
Well, the two of them together, shit.
Come on,
he made about $20 million off that album. Well, let's see, he sold 4 million copies at $9.99 a pop.
But he didn't get $9.99. No, he didn't get all that.
Yes, he did. He did all download $9.99 copies. He didn't do any distribution deal. All he did was a marketing deal. So he got 100% of that $9.99.
And he sold how many?
Times 4 million. Let's see, that's 4. How many zeros is that? 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made $39,960,000.
But it's still going to cost him several $1 million a month to maintain a joint like that. How many square feet is it?
Like, hell, I can't remember, 60,000 or something.
60,000, 4 pools. Come on, man. You need a staff 24 hours a day to maintain that joint.
Well, he got Kanye. Kanye need money. Kanye can clean the pools now.
4 pools, not 1.
Yeah, Kanye trying to sue people. He ain't got no money.
Kanye probably can't even swim.
Who's that girl that wrote that book? One of them sisters wrote, the mom or somebody wrote a book.
About what?
Kim said his genitals stink.
I heard hers was a little stanky.
A little chili powderish.
Mm-hmm. I've read that somewhere, seed. But you can't believe everything you read on these websites. See, Laura Rice said she'd buy a tiny house. I knew she would, because she's smart.
Hell yeah, that's my old man.
That's your what?
I wanted a Winnebago, like a Charles Kuralt kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But, those things, everybody that I know that owns one, they end up having problems. It starts leaking, and they're not really built. I mean, the tiny house is an actual house.
Right.
It's built with a real foundation.
Yep.
I mean,
with
the
all
foundation
the building
is a
standards.
trailer, but it's got wood walls with the insulation in it. I mean, it's a house. It's an actual house.
Right, exactly.
And you can pull that bitch, throw some solar panels on the roof, and
I wouldn't want wheels on it. I'm not going to move it. It's going to be
Lee,
stationary.
You got to have wheels on it, or you got to pay taxes on it, like a piece of property. If you have wheels under it, you don't pay. You just pay taxes like it's a car. But
well, yeah, then it becomes
wheels off.
Yeah, the hell with that, man. Now you got a trailer park of little bitty IS houses. No.
Well, that's what tiny houses are. It's the mobility of being able to be free and pick it up and go.
Buy an RV. I'm building a tiny house community.
Well, see, you're not talking about a tiny house. You're talking about a damn lawnmower shed in your backyard.
No. It's going to be on the same concept as the tiny houses without the wheels.
Yeah, then
most people ain't going to pull that thing behind no Cadillac.
Come on. You're going to pay taxes on it.
Well, that's okay. That's still going to be cheaper than having a 5,000 square foot house that you and your wife don't need anymore because the kids are grown and gone.
You got an intercom system you got to talk to each other with.
Yeah, and that don't work because
where are you at? I'm in the guest wing. Which one? The west guest wing.
Yeah, right. The hell with that.
Yeah.
No. So anyway, that's my new venture. I think I'll do a GoFundMe and raise some money and everybody
help Lee get a house and shit.
Everybody that invests in the idea, that money can go to your purchase of one of the properties. How you like that?
Lee setting up a damn trailer park, basically.
It's not a trailer park.
It sure is. You're just taking the wheels off the trailers. That's all.
That makes it a permanent residence.
Yeah, okay.
You got a little pool, a little hot tub, a little bar. You sell little drinks.
Little drinks.
Everything's little drink, right?
Yeah,
Everything's
drinks.
little.
I'd have to drink 30 of them bitches.
Well, then you take a little walk home, and you won't,
Yeah. Then you take your little girl upstairs and give her your little shaft.
And we'll have little golf carts to take you around in the community, take you to the mini mart.
Those little finger rubbers, the little condoms that you put over your finger whenever you. Everything little.
Yeah. So it's
borrowers.
That's right. I think
you ought to just rent them to little people then.
No, I mean they can come in too. We can build a special house.
Midget Mansion. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but it would be open to anyone. And we'll even build it to a
them tiny houses ain't for big people, boy. You'll be up on 3-wheel motion when you come up out of that bed.
Right?
Yeah, they ain't for big people.
We'll see what happens. I'm gonna work on that idea.
Mitch Faulkner down in Atlanta, he had his studio in the basement, and his wife got tired of the noise coming through the floor, so he bought one of those Amish buildings, like outdoor buildings, and put it in his backyard, and he built the little studio in the back of it with a window, and then he's got a little lounge in the outside there with TV and chairs, and it's kind of cool. You got to go out in the backyard and
do your
got
thing.
His little studio in the backyard. It's a little Amish building.
I like that. Mm-hmm. That's very cool.
Let's go down there, and we were talking. I think it was yesterday. He called me.
You're good. Yeah, isn't he doing a radio show down there on one of the stations?
He does a Saturday night oldie show.
I've caught it on Facebook a few times.
Yeah,
another
Papa
good
Mitch,
guy.
Boy. Papa Mitch.
Yep. Another good guy. Great production guy.
Huh?
I said another great production guy.
Started in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Yeah. He likes to ride motorcycles, too.
He sure do.
Mm-hmm. In one of those motorcycle clubs.
Yeah, he does.
What is it, the Black Angels?
I did some commercials for him for his little motorcycle.
What's the name of his club?
Ride Out Promotions was the name of his website. I can't remember what his club is.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We got Shama in there, Bobby Stamps, Laura Rice. Laura said she will buy a house. Laura, we want to know how. We know today is Laura Rice's birthday. Well, we're trying to guess how old she is. And Chris says
44.
44. I think she told me in a little conversation that she was in her 40s. For some reason that comes to mind. Now, Chris thinks she's either 55 or 57.
Oh, Chris just trying to flirt with her.
You think
that's nothing to do with flirting? I bet she's about 55, if not that, about 56.
55 or 56, maybe 57 on a push. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm a horrible guesser to ages.
You couldn't work at the carnival.
No, hell no. People, the carnival would be lost. I'd give away all the carnival money and prizes. She says, I told you nothing about my age. I think you did. We had a conversation. It was late one night.
Our age. I'm going to say she's 46, 47. That's my guess. Just based on the conversations we have, I think she's somewhere in our generation. What are you laughing at?
She's going off on Chris.
Yeah, Chris just being flirty. That's all he's doing.
Yeah.
Hell nope.
A lady never
Chris,
reveals her real age.
That. Y'all know y'all tap that on the weekend, and y'all get on here and act like you can't stand each other.
Well,
right.
You know what? You can think it if you want to. Go right ahead and think it. Go it through your mind and everything else. But to tell you the truth, hell nope.
Yeah, whatever.
Nope. Whether he's enunciating that P on nope.
There you go. Hell nope.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, y'all getting it in on the weekend.
Wow.
Looking out of the window.
She says, F you with a hot curling iron, Chris Bass.
Ooh, she gonna burn your rectal canal.
Very, very, see, a nasty woman.
Yeah, she is.
Very disgusting.
Yeah. But what is the big deal? Why do women have this issue in revealing their ages? Why?
I don't
What's
know.
the
It's
big
stupid.
damn deal?
Yeah, I don't know. It is. It's quite ignorant.
I was born November the 11th, 1970.
You're a lying dog.
So 11/11/70. That's my date of birth. 11/11/70. I weighed 10 pounds 11 ounces.
Most of it was your big old head.
That's right. I looked like a fucking alien when I came out there, like some Close Encounter shit. The doctor came in with a little keyboard and said, dun, 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 dun.
I love it when you can laugh at yourself, you know?
Yeah, you got to. You got a big ass head like mine, you better make a joke about it. But
Doug Banks used to call people waterhead boy.
I got a big ass head.
And Doug had a big old head. He had a waterhead.
He had that gap. He and Elroy both had them gaps. I thought they were going to come up with a new gap band for WGCI.
Oh, boy. The good thing in general, women live longer than you jackass men. Well, what does that got to do with ages? You know why we don't live as long? Because y'all drive us crazy. You stress us out.
Yeah,
You lie to us all the time. Starting with your age.
Y'all probably been putting something in our Kool-Aid that killed us so you could collect that damn money.
Yep. Like Carol. I think Carol's a witch doctor. You put the voodoo on you.
Oh, hell yeah. We know she into that. Yeah, absolutely.
She's admitted to it. Yeah, I piss in his cologne.
Yeah. She on
Carol,
different shit.
no. Where's Carol? I talked to her earlier this morning.
Probably getting her medication or something.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth enjoys 4 cocktails every day. She's a drunken slosh.
Darius.
What is it with the royal family that, I mean, people go crazy over that. What is that about? I mean, Tony Gray flew over there for the wedding that just happened.
And I'm like,
what? Tony, they're the biggest welfare recipients in the world. Why are you celebrating that?
He wants to be knighted?
Her ass smelled just like mine, dude. I mean, it don't matter. Just because her great-great-great-great-grandfather happened to rule over, so I don't know how that started, but I don't understand celebrating that. They're no different than me. They're not Jesus.
They worship
They're human.
The monarchy over there.
Why?
I don't know, man. I don't get it. There
was a guy in Charlotte that worked in a bar, and I'm like, man, to hell with the Queen. He's like, hold on now. Hold on. I'm like, man, fuck you and the Queen. You know? But you in America now, so y'all lost that war. If you didn't know, you lost that war.
You know, it's really funny because it's not like they rule over anything. They don't make any policies.
They're just big
laws.
public service announcement people now. They just run around and they're like a bunch of first ladies running around. They got a cause that they got something they got to endorse or.
Unbelievable. Well, When
I see no rednecks flying the British flag. Why don't rednecks have a big British flag on the back of their truck? They talking about that Confederate flag's part of my heritage. Really? Well, fly a British flag. That's part of your heritage. Fly a German flag. Wherever your ancestors from, you don't fly that flag.
Right. They're confused. They don't get it. They failed.
They just want to put nigger across the back of their truck. That's what that flag says. That's all exactly it says to black folk is go pick my cotton, nigger.
But see, those
That's
guys,
what it says to them.
Those guys failed history. They didn't show up for history. And the little bit of history that was being taught was flawed and controlled. You know, I grew up in Virginia, and they had a section in our history called Virginia's History. And it was a glorious, glamorous story being told about how the settlers came over on the three main ships. I can't remember them now. The Mayflower, the
Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. And those are, models up there at Williamsburg. At a little dock up there, a little tiny ass thing. There ain't no way in hell I would have gotten on those things.
But the Chinese had been coming to the North America for 1,000 years before Columbus got here. They were coming in on the west coast.
On the west
Columbus
side.
ain't discovered shit.
Right. So they tell their version of the history, just like we were talking yesterday about the Bible. How many times that's been interpreted and sliced and diced.
Oh yeah, the conquerors of men rewrite history and the Bible, for that matter.
That's it. It's all a part of the charade.
They write it to cater to their
needs.
To their needs at that time.
That's right. Anyway,
I'm ready for the Rick James Bible.
It hasn't been written, but people are living by it.
I did for a long time. Cocaine and whores. The Rick James Bible.
Let's see. What's happening in the news today?
Hey, President Trump has asked the Mexican president to please stop publicly refusing to pay for his unimportant border wall. He asked the guy, please stop. It's not helping me up here.
No, what's not helping you is you're running your damn mouth and that damn Twitter account. If you just lay off that, shut your mouth, go in and work with the Congress, get some shit done for the American people, delete your damn Twitter account and stop lying.
Well, one thing for sure now, we all know if you walk on any college campus in the country, we have a tremendous shortage of white people getting in college. So that's one of his main points here now. He's trying to make sure we get more white people into colleges.
Well,
and stop discriminating against white people.
Well, they've got to want to go to college and go and apply.
I'm being a judge. Hey, did you see that Louisiana police chief who had to resign because of that meme he posted?
Oh, he did resign, huh?
Yeah, where they showed him drowning a baby in a tub, pushing their face down.
No, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, a Louisiana police chief had to resign. It's a cartoon of a woman pushing her daughter's face down into a bathtub. Mm. And it says, when your daughter's first crush is a little nigger boy, and the woman is pushing the daughter's face down in the tub. He posted that on Instagram, and of course it went viral, and he had to resign.
Oh yeah,
and that's what Trump has activated.
I agree.
That's what he has riled up.
Absolutely. I call him the living dead.
I'll send it to you here. This is the meme he posted. I just sent it to you on Messenger.
But see, unfortunately, that's sad. But it's not surprising when the leader of the free country here in America goes to Long Island to speak to some, law officers, and you're saying things like, pretty much it's okay to beat up on citizens and handcuff them and, make sure they're in pain. And when they're about to enter the squad car, hit their head, and it's okay not to, things like that. So you're pretty much promoting.
Yeah. I hope they do that to him when they arrest his ass. I hope when the FBI walks his ass to the car, they slam his head against it so America can run out and celebrate.
No, they need to get the same driver to the paddy wagon, as he called it, that drove the guy around in Baltimore. Give him a free ride.
Now I want to see his head slammed into the damn car.
Yep. Knock that fake hair off.
Hey, and speaking of, let me share this with you. So, Trump saying you cannot discriminate against people. You have to let people in based on their academics, but you can't specially choose people because of their race or anything. They cannot be chosen. You have to just, you can't use race so if you can't use race, you can't use anything for that matter. You just pick by GPA, I guess.
Well, as long as you're Russian, you can get in.
What do you know how Jared Kushner got into Harvard? In 1998, according to sources familiar with the gift, the New York University alums Charles Kushner pledged $2.5 million to Harvard to be paid in annual installments of $25,000. At the time of the pledge, Kushner's oldest son, Jared, was starting the college admissions process at the Frisch School, a Jewish high school in New Jersey. A senior in 98 and 99. Damn, that kid's young. Jared was not in the school's highest academic track in all courses, and his test scores were below Ivy League standards. Frisch officials were surprised when he applied to Harvard and dismayed when he was admitted. There was absolutely no way anybody in the administrative offices of the school thought that he had any chance to get into Harvard. A former school official said his GPA did not warrant it. His SAT scores did not warrant it. He thought for sure there was absolutely no way that was going to happen. Then, lo and behold, Jared was accepted. It was a little bit disappointing because there were, at the time, older kids we thought should really get in on the merits, and they did not. So,
it's called rich privilege.
Yeah, he didn't even have the mental capability or the academic requirements to get into Harvard. But, for $2.5 million, he can bypass anybody. Black, white, don't matter. Probably a black guy sitting there with a 4.8 weighted GPA, and Jared passed him up.
Yep.
I don't see Trump bitching about that.
Of course not. And you won't, ever, because they live by a different standard. It's all about the privilege, the rich.
Yeah, that's right.
The elite.
And he deletes a retirement fund for the poor people. And the funniest thing I saw is a cartoon of Trump sitting on the side of the bed. It's all you see is his back with pimples on it and his big butt crack. And it appears that he's playing with his penis. Oh. And Melania's laying there in the bed, and she says, "Let me guess. That's Obama's fault too, right?" Because it won't get hard.
I remember saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. What do you think? What do you think is going on in her head?
I think she's probably like, please, somebody assassinate him so I can collect this life insurance and get all these hotels. Because I'm sure she's gonna get a shitload if he goes.
Well, she'll get 50%.
Yeah,
if they get divorced,
she get 50% in a divorce. But right. I'm sure she's like, I'm sure she's going to get a considerable amount more if he passed away. So.
Has there ever been a president while in office get divorced, or even after?
You know what? Let me check.
That's a good question. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a presidential historian type, but I'm just curious if there's ever been a sitting president get divorced while in office. That would be the party to go to.
Let's see. Americans have only had one divorced president, but two widower presidents. Let me see here. Ronald Reagan was the only president who ever divorced his wife, but he left that first marriage so early in life and moved into such a stable and functional second marriage. So,
but not while in office.
No, let's see.
No.
Let's see. Nope.
Yeah, because
Reagan was the only one who didn't keep his wedding vows, and he's the Republicans' poster child for greatness.
That's interesting. Well, I'd like to see some history be made here.
Only one president, James Buchanan, remained a bachelor for his entire life.
I think I'd heard that before.
Okay, here we go. However, that does not mean that every president has remained in the same marriage throughout their lives. John Tyler and Woodrow Wilson both lost their wives during their presidency and remarried during their term.
Interesting.
Need somebody to do the dishes back then because, you have no staff.
Well, they had slaves. They didn't need a wife to do that.
Get in there and cook them, wash them, and let's call it the White House just to piss them off.
Interesting piece
Trump's
of little
approval
history
rating has fallen to 33%.
So only a third of America thinks this guy's okie dokie. 2/3 thinks he's a world-class jerk. All right.
But his son says
we're getting
the
better.
world loves him.
The world loves him.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she every day has to come in and clean
Tell
up
a
his
lie.
mess.
No, she's liar. She's a liar just like the president.
Well, she had to correct herself because about conversations with heads of the Boy Scouts in Mexico. She had to come in and fix that. Did you see that?
Yeah, but there's no fix on that. You lied.
She said, "Well, it didn't happen." And he was talking about at the G20 summit. He accidentally said phone call, but that's not really what.
Please. Mm-hmm. And the same lie about Mexico.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a video now. This got me fired up, and I wish they would have acted right in the primary, because if Bernie Sanders would have run, we would not be where we're at now. But there's this new video that was just released about health care. I sent it to you. It's absolutely compelling, shocking, and it makes total sense. And he uses Trump's own words against him in this video, which I think is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
When Trump met with the Australian Prime Minister, he said, you guys have better health care than we have. And so Bernie was like, okay, he said it. Let's examine that statement.
Here's another leak. Trump's calls with Mexican and Australian leaders leaked. Every damn day, this soap opera continues. It goes to another level of lowness. How low can you go?
Cory Booker. He's trying to legalize weed while Jeff Sessions is going around trying to arrest people for weed. Mm-hmm. Now, that's counterproductivity.
I think, listen, in your lifetime, you will see the legalization in all 50 states of weed. It's going to happen.
That's right.
There's so many reasons why it should happen. Like the financial gain for the states and the federal government once they say, okie dokie, now cut us in. We got to charge a little more for some federal taxes on this weed, not just the city, county, and the state making all the money. We got to get our hands in the pockets too. So it's going to happen.
That's right.
Jeff Sessions can be a pea brain if he wants, him and his turtle head buddy, and it's got to happen. Because they don't want to raise taxes, payroll taxes, and other type of taxes. So where are you going to get the money from to run this country? To run these states, the cities, the counties? It's got to come from somewhere. Why not? You did it with liquor.
Yeah. Y'all voted this man in here, and now the White House has a higher turnover rate than the Waffle House.
That's amazing. What has it been, about 8 people either fired and resigned in the last 6.5 months?
It's crazy.
That's not a good sign for a new administration. In my lifetime, I've never seen a turnover, a reset in 6 months. Usually it's 2, 3, 4 years into it. You might get a new chief of staff because he's burned the freak out.
Yeah.
Or he's cut enough deals to move on.
Yeah, they got more turnovers than Krispy Kreme.
No doubt. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
Yeah, man. You're fired. You're fired. He loves this chaotic horseshit. He's delusional. He's in his own little egotistical bubble. It's the emperor's new clothes at its best.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he. I was going to say that, but anyway, he is to politics what Michael Baisden is to radio. I shouldn't have said that.
That's too late.
I think it's insulting to Michael for you to say something like that.
Yeah, no.
He's at a high
Michael
level.
Baisden, if you're listening, man, fuck you. But
why you mad at Michael, man?
I'm just playing. I'm not. I ain't mad at Michael.
Yeah, okay. I'm just checking.
I don't know. That F you sounded pretty strong there.
Yeah, man, that sounds authentic. Like,
Yeah,
really?
fuck Michael Baisden. I ain't got no love for Michael Baisden.
It didn't sound like a PH. That was a straight F.
Yeah, that was a...
Mike, all right. He's just confused about radio. He still don't get it. I don't think.
You know, I think
he's the Donald Trump of radio. He's
I
gonna come
said
in.
that.
He's gonna try to upset.
That's
the
what I
apple
said.
cart. But
And now
the
Lee
way
had
you
to
said
think he
it,
came up
it
with
sounded
that.
different. No.
I said Trump is to politics what Baisden is to radio.
Yeah, but then you put the rest of that on that. So
Then you said, why are you mad at Baisden? I'm like, I ain't mad at Baisden. I said, Baisden, if you're listening, hey, man, fuck you. You know?
that ain't right, man. Leave the boy alone.
Because I'm going to tell you something. Everything ain't everything.
Well, that's true.
And you can't shut the city down every day. People trying to get home.
Yeah. So,
And you've been naked for a long time, and nobody had the nerve to tell you that shit. I told you to read the book, The Emperor's New Clothes, and you had Pamela email me 2 days later and tell me, we'll no longer be needing your services.
wow. Really? It was like that?
Well, they ordered 72 sweepers, like the day after I told them that. They sent me an order with actually 76 pieces of production in it. And then they sent me in. And when I was my contract said I'd only do 3 to 4 a week. And they sent 76. And said we're relaunching our imaging. We want to freshen everything. And I did it because that's the kind of dude I am. I spent the whole weekend doing it, uploading it. Then I get an email on, I think it was Tuesday morning.
So did they pay you for your efforts anyway?
I mean, I got my retainer for that month, but they didn't pay me per piece.
The extra.
And then they didn't have a production guy for 6 months. They just, hell, they had 78 new pieces of imaging. They
right. They didn't need anybody for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
They front loaded you.
And I didn't get a thank you or a fuck you or
nothing.
But you know, that's I knew that going in. The girl who he hired to be his producer, who had no experience in radio at all. She was pretty, but she had no radio experience ever.
Oh God, I hate that.
She was 24 years old, fresh out of college, pretty to look at, nice ass. Never worked in radio. Now she's the producer of a show in 78 markets. But she told me that he enjoys firing people. He gets a kick out of it. So just just know that.
Wow. Crazy.
And it's the way he does it, man. He does it real. It's so distasteful the way he talks about it. You know, like he'll be in a room with people he doesn't even know, or like in a station visiting a market, and he's using their studio. And they'll be like, "Yeah, what's up? Why didn't we get that? Okay, where's that info I asked for? Oh, okay. Why? Well, I tell you what. Just start interviewing for their replacement today, please." I mean, he says that shit in front of people, and like if you're on a conference call, he'll say, "Yeah, we need to start looking for somebody to replace them." And don't do that with other people on the phone. I think that's just an intimidation tactic to make people scare you.
Inexperienced manager that shouldn't be managing anything. That
and
would,
it's
would
like
openly do
that
something
don't
like
intimidate me.
Yeah.
And I thought 4 years off the air would have humbled him, but based on what I'm hearing from other program directors,
not the case, huh?
No, I mean, I know of two or three stations. I know of 2 stations specifically who have done away with the music that he plays. They're only running his voice content because he will not stop playing the same 5 funk records over and over again.
Wow.
You know, they're like, it's Friday afternoon, it's 5 o'clock, and he's playing "Wishing on a Star" by Rolls Royce. It's like we need something funky,
yeah,
something up tempo. Let's hit some You know, some 24-karat magic in the air. Let's hit something to make him feel good.
So
know?
I have not heard the show since he came back. Is it the same as it was?
Well, he got what's his name back on there with him? His comedian,
Wilborn?
George Wilborn.
Okay.
He couldn't get Juan D back because Juan D signed with D.L. Hughley.
Uh-huh.
So he got somebody else and named them Juan D. It's not the same Juan D. He's a different one. Because, Juan never really spoke much.
Come on.
I swear to God. God. Juan D hit him one time. It ain't even Juan D. Juan D worked for D.L. Hughley now.
So
now let me tell you something. Juan D was so pleasant to work with. That was the Juan D and Jay Douglas, the voice guy, they made my life great. And Juan was creative, supportive. If he needed something quick, he asked me, didn't tell me, and just a pleasure to work with. When I look back at my couple of years there with the Baisden Show, it was great to meet Juan D. It was great to develop a relationship with Jay Douglas and D-Mac. And even the girl I mentioned who was inexperienced. I mean, she's gone on to do some video and TV. And even though my ego had a problem with a 24-year-old telling me how to do shit who doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, that's the way I processed it in my mind. It wasn't her fault. She didn't know what she was talking about.
Right.
She's gone on to do great things, and I think she's going to have a great career. And she's fine as hell too, which makes it a little easier.
But she's not working with him now.
No, she's doing some TV stuff. Her name is Megan Thomas.
I never met Megan. I don't think I've even heard of it.
I think her father black and her mother was Korean.
Okay.
So she Blasian egos and R&B on the Michael Baisden Show.
Wow. Well, guys come and go, and he had a good run there in the beginning. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out this time for him. And
that's right.
I wish him luck. I don't agree with all the things that he's done, but
I think he's in 42 markets now, 40, 48, 42, something like that. He hadn't hit 50 yet, but I look at it like those are 42 markets where you unemployed a great local talent. That's how I look at that,
Well, I look at all of syndication that way because that's a reality. You are replacing someone that once had that job. And when you look at all the syndication shows out there,
hang on a second.
There's thousands of jobs.
I'll be back.
Eliminated because of syndication. Now, that's not to say that there's no place in the world for syndication. I'm not even remotely suggesting that. And it has its benefits, obviously, because there are a lot of successful stations with syndicated programming. But if the industry had taken the time and trained up people to do local shows, I think that's a much better presentation. It's better for the local station. It's better for the community. It's better for the advertisers because you can do things on a local level that you cannot do sitting in a studio in wherever and serving 40, 50, or 150 markets around the country. In the case of some of these general market talk shows, these conservative guys like Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and Levine and all these crazy guys, they have hundreds of stations that they are heard on. Hundreds, which means hundreds of radio talk show hosts lost their jobs when those shows were aired on those local stations. So,
very much so.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive to that loss because as long as we're doing syndicated programming like that, it also stifles the growth, the opportunity for young people to come into the business. And I'm all about that. I'm 100% about making sure that we keep opportunities for young people to come into any industry. And I'm really sensitive to it in the radio business because that's where I got my start. And I want to see other young people have the same opportunity, better opportunity than I. It was a struggle for me. And it should be easier by now. But there are less opportunities because of syndication, voice tracking, and just playing music with no personalities at all. So there are thousands and thousands of jobs that could be had if the dumbasses that own these networks and corporations that are publicly traded, they are investment banker types. And listen, I'm for making lots of money. I want everybody to make a lot of money. Everybody. But not at the expense of killing opportunities for people. I think local radio stations, if they're programmed properly, managed properly, can make as much, if not more money with local talent versus syndication. I'm not 100% against syndication. I've run syndication networks, and I may offer some syndication in the near future. However, I think it has to be done with a conscious mind and understanding the impact of what you're doing, the ripple effect from it. So if you're going to do syndication, keep that in mind. Also, make sure that the syndicated effort that you're putting out there, hire good people to ensure the show is at its best. And when you become a syndicated show host, whether it's music or talk, be sensitive to those local radio stations. Those are the people that are putting your shows on, and you should be available to them for promotioning, marketing efforts. Go into those markets and do meet and greets with salespeople, advertisers, community events, etc., parades, whatever. You got to put your effort into that because that's what people enjoy. That's what makes people loyal to a radio station. What you put back into that community. If you just want to be a greedy SOB and just take money out of the community and don't put anything back, shame on you. You're no different than Donald Trump. And I can't stand that.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. I remember I was told a few times, Chris, maybe you should change your act. And I'm like, what do you mean change my act? Well, maybe you should come off more conservative. That way you get more jobs and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and have a revisionist history. I did think about that because like most people, I got bills to pay. I got a family to raise at the time.
Of course.
But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to look over both shoulders and not be myself.
Yeah. It's a tough decision. It is.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And you got to follow your beliefs. And if conservative values, and we all have some conservative values, okay? There's certain things that I believe in.
That's true.
That the conservative movement embraces. But I think I'm definitely more liberal-minded and flexible in my beliefs than a hardcore knuckle-dragging Republican/conservative. And I like it when these knuckle-draggers, they say, well, I'm a conservative. I'm a fiscal conservative. Now you're a damn Republican. Stop trying to sugarcoat the bullshit. It still smells. We know who you are. Don't run away from it. They'll call me a liberal, a Democrat, liberal, a tree hugger and all that. Okay, yeah, that's who I am. And your point is what? But I like it when these Republicans, they try to distance themselves from the Republican Party. So, well, I'm more of a conservative, a fiscal conservative.
And those are your people.
Yeah. So I don't go along with everything that the Republicans represent. You're a lying dog. You know you do. You are. You're just hiding behind that sheet. Take the sheet off, take off the mask, and man up and say, yeah, that's who I am. I like to be able to sleep at night, and I do. I sleep well because I'm tired. I go to sleep. I don't have to worry about what somebody's thinking or believing about me. Because I try to display who I am every day without any sugar on it. It's uncut, unfiltered, real deal. You get Lee Michaels, you got Lee Michaels, period.
There you go.
I'm the same guy on the air and off the air. If I tell you I disagree with something on the air, it ain't any different off the air. This is no act. There's no theater of the mind going on. When I say something, that's who I am. That's what I am. That's how I believe. Those are my true beliefs and my thoughts, my opinions. You're not going to get me off the air sitting at the bar or the pizza joint and say, man, I don't believe that bullshit I was saying on the air. No, man, come on. I was just acting. You'll never get that out of my mouth. Never. The way I present it might be a little theater in it, but the words out of my mouth are true. And it's okay if you disagree with me. That's okay. I'm not mad at you. I won't get upset at you because you disagree with something I say on the air. The answer to that is get your own damn show. And we'll sell you some time on the Power of Voices, and you can do your thing.
I want my own show.
Well, you got 4 or 5 shows.
No, I don't have a program.
Oh, that's that other Carol.
Yeah.
Well, you know, why don't you just call the business number and set up an appointment, and I'm sure someone here will sit down with you and talk to you about what it is in.
Shouldn't have to do that.
Well,
no,
why not? That's what everybody has to do.
No, I shouldn't have to do that. Now, I'm already working with, this program now. What I'll do is I'll have to call her Sepher.
Yeah.
And see if I can get on my own program.
Well, that's what you need to do. Yeah. That's what I was just saying.
Right. I have to call the business office. I'll call Josefer myself.
Well, you just go right ahead.
Yeah, I will.
And get your show. And you know what? I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Are you going to have the real Carol come on with you?
Well, if she wants to, yeah. I wouldn't mind talking to her. I mean, I wouldn't be here and not be for her in the first place.
Okay. All right. Do you guys go out drinking together?
Well, as long as she's paid for it.
Oh, God. 2 cheapies.
Let her pay for it.
Okay. Well, maybe you just share that expense. One time you pay and the next time she pays. What do you think?
No. I don't want to pay and I don't want her to touch me.
Oh, God. I think both of y'all need to go to the same therapist and work these issues out, man, because y'all got issues.
No, just look. If we want to go out for a drink, then she has to pay for it and don't touch me.
Well,
we can do that.
She has to pay every time?
Yes.
Well, what? Don't you think that's kind of not so nice?
No, it's all right where I'm looking at.
You just want a free drink.
Drinks, yeah.
Do you dance?
No, I don't want nobody to touch me.
Well, you can dance without touching.
Yeah, I've seen
I'm not
these
talking
dances
bumping
now.
and grinding, but I'm just,
No grinding, no bumping. No. I've seen these dances. And, there's a lot of touching going on sometimes, and I don't want that, no, don't touch me.
I think you really need some therapy.
You got dildos for that. The dog done brought him up out of the room the other day.
No, well, that didn't happen, Apollo. Now, I had some guests over. One of the cats, had grabbed my, my Mandingo and showed everybody to him.
Must have smelled like tuna fish. The cats love that tuna.
I don't know all about that, but, it was a mouthful. He could. I didn't know a little 2 Live crew could take in the whole 12 inches. I didn't know that.
2 Live. Boy,
15 inches long and 8 inches thick.
Not too bad.
What are you eating, Apollo?
Some corn chips.
Some Fritos?
Tortilla chips.
Oh, okay. Unreal. Well, other Carol, I wish you luck on going to have drinks with Carol, because I don't think she'd be too open to you not ever paying. Because when Carol and I go out for lunch, we go out from time to time after the show and have lunch. And sometimes she pays and sometimes I pay. So we kind of, share that
go
expense.
Dutch every time.
Go Dutch every time?
Yeah, that's like my homeboys. We got like, I got this. You got it last time. I'm like, why don't you just pay for yours and not pay for mine? That way there's never any resentment.
Well, why would you be resentful about, sharing the expense?
Well, like my homeboy yesterday, he called like, hey, man, I want to go to this buffet. I'm like, all right. I'm like, he don't have a car, so I'm like, I'll come get you.
Mm-hmm.
So I go scoop him. I mean, he called me and asked me to go. So I thought he was going to pay for mine.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't wait when I got up there to pay. You get your little tray and you drink. She said, will this be one check or two? All together? I'm like, no, we'll do Dutch. He's like, no, I need you to buy mine. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm going to pay for mine, you pay for yours. I ain't got no money.
Well, wait a minute.
Why in the hell did you call me and ask me to go take you out to get something to eat there?
Because he didn't have no money. But see, here's how that's supposed to work. If I invite you to lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever, I'm picking up the tab.
No.
But that's the way it's supposed to work.
If you say, hey, Apollo, why don't you let me treat you to dinner, then that's fine. But if you say, hey, you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Me too. Let's go get something to eat.
Right.
That means I'm going to pay for mine, you pay for yours.
No, you got that mixed up. That's not the way it works. If I invite you to go eat, have drinks, I'm inviting you to an event. Why should I assume?
Oh, I'm talking about go to eat lunch. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
It's lunchtime. You want to go eat? Yeah, let's go eat.
Well, maybe
you got to eat lunch every day.
Yeah. Well, maybe under that context, but generally, if I invite someone out or over to my house or whatever, it's on me. It's my invite.
If it's a female, you about to get it too.
Get what?
I'm saying, if you invite a woman over there for drinks and food.
Well, it's not necessarily you inviting her for sex. Is that what you're saying?
Is that what that is? Sex? Oh my God.
Man, I used to date early because I always had backup. They came over there 8:00. If she wasn't out them drawers by 11, I'm like, well, I'm sleepy. Time for you to go. And then I call my backup over.
And the 3 a.m. call?
No, I'd get them by 11:30.
Backup? Did your back hurt, Apollo? What are you talking about your backup? What's wrong?
Yeah. Back up. Backup?
What's a backup?
That's when they turn blue and they get backed up.
What are you talking about? What are you referring to backup? What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Lee, what is he talking about?
She know.
I don't know. My name is Bennett. I'm not in it.
You know that
Bennett,
for
Bennett,
a split second
about?
there, I actually thought I was talking to that crazy motherfucker. For a brief minute, I forgot that was Carol number 2.
The other Carol.
Mm-hmm. R2C2.
Yes, Bennett, what's he talking about?
You got to get you a wig and do like Ricky Smiley and do some the other Carol videos on Facebook.
No, I didn't know his. Lee, you didn't tell me your last name was Bennett. I thought it was Michaels.
Ricky Smiley.
Have you ever met Ricky?
Mm-hmm. With the church announcements. You know, he used to be on my buddy Sammy Mack's morning show, Buck Wild in Birmingham. He started those phone calls on Sammy's show.
Okay.
I've got a bunch of them on. And then when Ricky got big, Sammy started using a guy named Roy Wood Jr., and now he's huge. He's on Comedy Central.
Yeah, I knew Roy's
I told
daddy.
Sammy, you need to do comedy. You keep making all these comedians famous, putting them on your show.
Now, Roy Wood Jr., wasn't his dad a broadcaster as well?
I don't know.
There was a guy, I think it was with the Mutual Broadcasting System. I'm Roy Wood.
The Mutual Broadcasting System.
Yep. I wonder if that's his dad.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about this beat that we have here, but it sure is funky. Who was that, Lee?
Was that James Brown?
No, that was Kid and Play.
Kid and Play.
Hola, hola, eh.
Oh, yeah.
You know about that hola, hola, eh, though, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Because Lee used to get that pay. Hola, hola, eh.
Man, screw you. You and that other clown. If I had as much money as people claim I got for playing a freaking record, I would be sitting here wasting my time with you guys. I'd be
you got to launder that money. See, you a smart dope dealer. You drive an old beat up car and some bib overalls.
Yeah,
you
whatever.
Don't be flashing.
No, they wasn't
you
about
got
that.
Tempur-Pedic Benjamin mattress.
That's right. It's just like my buddy Dennis Reedy over there in Virginia, my hometown, Norfolk, giving me a hard time because I drive Uber and Lyft. He says, "Dang, son, times is hard." No, I drive it because I enjoy doing it, not because I have to. I like the extra money, and my grandkids like the extra money.
Right.
So, no, so, hell, if I had all that money that folks claim I received for playing a damn record, I'd be sitting in that $90 million home. Like in
San Diego.
Yeah, in San Diego, right, that I never lived.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit. So, yeah, whatever. Let me say hello to my boy, Guy Brody.
Guy Brody. That sounds like a radio name.
You don't know Guy?
Don't know him personally.
Okay. Yeah, he's a radio guy. Been in a lot of years. From Baltimore.
Brody. I wonder if he worked with Terry when she was up there.
Terry Avery?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, because I was VP of programming when Terry was up there in Baltimore for Radio 1.
Oh.
And I don't think Brody, no, I'm pretty sure he did not work with
you were VP of programming for Radio 1 corporate?
Yeah.
And because when I was at Radio 1 in 96, I don't remember you.
I don't think I was there in 90. No, I wasn't there in 96. I was in New York at BLS 96.
Was Frankie Crocker up there then too?
No, he wasn't on the air anymore.
When did he go to BLS? Because I remember
70s.
Reggie Rouse called me when I was in D.C. and wanted me to come to BLS and do production. But, hell, they were offering the same thing I was making in D.C. I'm like, why would I leave D.C., come to New York for the same amount of money?
And more expensive to live up there.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Well, Frankie was there originally in the 70s through parts of the 80s, and then I think he came back a couple of times early 90s.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was up there in 96, 97, or 95, 96?
Might have been 95, 96, because Frankie had just come back, and this was in 96, like the fall of 96 when they called me.
Okay. Fall of 96?
Mm-hmm. I remember because the Olympics had just wrapped up, and Dominique Daws's fine ass had come up in there and did some drops, and I was trying to tap it. And
that's why you're in North Carolina, because you're trying to tag everything.
Now, them Olympic chicks, boy, they be, they be all tight, body be all perfect. Come up in there in them biker shorts.
Yeah.
The little shitter on that critter.
Yeah, they sure look good.
They sure do.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm trying to find some breaking news here so we can get off your sex talk.
Boat captain rescues a soaking cat, apparently thrown off of a bridge. Oh, God bless him. She was swimming toward me. Oh, human, help me, save me. That's sweet.
What was that?
Captain Jordan Smith did not expect, let's see, where was that? Let's see, Florida, Destin Harbor. A captain saw a cat swimming. Somebody threw a cat off a bridge, and the little cat was swimming towards his boat, and so he pulled the boat over, jumped in, and saved it.
That's sick.
That cat will love him forever.
Absolutely.
He should take that kitty cat home.
Yep. Give him some
Poor
love.
Baby.
Yeah, I can't. I really don't understand people doing stupid stuff like that to animals. It's just why?
No, that's why I say I could kill a human before I could kill an animal. Except it's a pit bull. I could shoot one of them.
You'd shoot a pit bull?
Absolutely.
Why?
Especially if it was trying to kill my grandchildren or my children.
Well, okay.
You're damn right.
But wouldn't you do that against any dog?
No, but a pit bull is the only dog that has that lock and shake technique that, I mean, you never hear of a German Shepherd killing, or you always hear when you hear it, dog attacks child, film at 11. I'll bet a month's salary every time it's a pit bull.
Yeah. Yeah, they but I understand. I know people say they're gentle and great around kids.
No, those people are ignorant, and you've got to research the history of the pit bull. People go, it depends on the owner. No, it doesn't. They can just snap one day. I've seen it. To read the history of the pit bull, what kind of hybrid breed and why they were bred. They were bred from the beginning to fight and kill.
Destructive. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It's in their bloodline, you know. Mm-hmm. And you can't undo it. They're mentally ill. It's like inbreeding. Oh. They just one day snap. And so if somebody wants to say it's not, I can't argue. I can't get into an intellectual argument with an unarmed person, and I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, yeah, it's not going to work.
I've got friends who are veterinarians, friends who, I mean, and then I've had personal life experience. I've seen personally about 6 or 8 times in my life where somebody was either permanently disfigured, or where children have died, or other animals have died as a result of pit bulls. So it's never turned out good. Mm-hmm. I had a buddy who had one who he raised it from a pup, and one day it tried to attack him. He beat it, and he took it outside, and I heard a gunshot, and I said, "What happened?" He said, "I shot the motherfucker." I'm like, damn.
And lay him down.
So I just don't put myself in that situation. I think we ought to just do away with the breed. We just ought to spade and neuter all pit bulls so the breed goes away. But it's humanely done, you know, and as they die off, because it was never an original breed to begin with.
What about The Rock?
The Rock?
Rockwilder.
Oh, no, Rockwilders are fine.
Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah, that's your love of your life, I know. She didn't say anything.
Oh, you said The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee was smoking it earlier.
No, I've never done that before. Never.
Thank God. It ain't nothing to play with.
No.
Yeah.
Any kind of drugs.
My new wrestling move here, Lee.
A wrestling move?
Yeah, how to finish them off when you got them on the ropes.
Oh. Unbelievable.
The ultimate finishing move here.
So what you guys got going on this weekend?
I don't know either.
Y'all don't think about doing things on the weekend? Or you just
I'm at that age where I just order a pizza and pop on some Netflix.
Kick back, huh?
Yeah, I ain't trying to get too buck wild or nothing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that, you know, of course, it's about Netflix, or I'll go on, you know, AT&T to go at the Universe thing, like Uverse, and catch some movies or something like that. Mm-hmm. Now, you the one that's traveling. You know, you got the Uber League thing going.
Yeah, man, that's my weekend activity.
Happy birthday to Tony Bennett today, too, by the way.
Tony Bennett? Well, he got to be 100 years old by now.
Okay.
Huh? He was born 1926, so do the math.
Yeah, he's not quite 100 yet. Yeah, my mom was born 1916, August 1st.
My granny was born 1919, May 31st.
Yep. If my dad was still alive, he'd be 131 years old. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
131 years old. You want to live to be that old?
As long as I'm healthy, as long as I'm mobile and healthy, I'll live as long as I can. But, you know, when I'm shitting in my diaper and stuff, I don't care. I'm just give me a cyanide pill and
MoveOn.org, huh?
Yeah, MoveOn.org. It'd be funny you pull that up and it's got Kevorkian up there.
You're right. Yeah, I agree with you. As long as I'm healthy and sound mind and you know, physically can do for myself, I want to stay around as long as I can. If it starts getting to the point where, you know, you got to have somebody help you get up and go to bed and go to the bathroom and all that kind of crazy, you got to take 26 pills a day. Nah. Pack it in. I'm out.
That's right.
You know, give me some of that good ass morphine and let me go to sleep. And your organs will eventually shut down. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've had a few friends that did that accidentally. And then I had to be a pallbearer.
Yeah. Yep. And then, you know, I was talking to Carol this morning, and she was telling me about a friend of hers that's in a retirement home, as she called it, and how this woman apparently at one time was very wealthy, and her family members put her into this home, and they basically sucked all the money out of her now. But they don't come by to see her, and apparently the room or whatever the living conditions are, it needs a new toilet seat. So Carol went off on the people and said, look, when I come back here again, y'all better have another toilet seat on here because this is crazy. It's dangerous. I said, yeah, you know, let her fall off on the floor and break a collarbone or something. Then her name will be on the building. It's unfortunate, but I mean.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at these white boys. I'm sorry.
Laughing at what?
These white boys. You know, white boys do the stupidest shit in the world.
Now, see, you get away with that. I can't.
No, I mean, it's just 4 a.m. You know, they drunk. Hold on, let's see. This video. White boys do the stupidest shit in the world.
Yep.
Oh, God. I'm going to send it to both y'all. Where did Chris go?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, well, check this video out. These dumbass crackers, man. Hold on.
See, you like I said, you can say that, but I can't say that. I'm not going to say that.
You can say it. I wouldn't offend me.
No, I am not going to do it. Because then it'd be okay for people to refer to me as the N-word.
Lord. Only if you were acting like one, then they would. There are plenty of white niggas in the world, too, now.
Well,
it ain't just a race thing. I think the definition, they call them white trash, same thing. It's just, we need to do away with all the negativity and all the words. But you got to, you know, Jay-Z got to quit using it in rap records too, or now you got white kids calling each other nigga.
That's true.
And that ain't okay.
Yep. I don't know.
I mean, I see white kids like that live on Riverside Drive, whose parents drive Bentleys, you know, the yuppie, what you call a rich kid. And they be like, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right.
Do you even understand what you're saying? You quit listening to the rap music and trying to mimic that shit. But kids repeat what they hear, man. They think it's cool.
Yeah, these boys are damn fools. They got a boat sitting in a blow-up pool.
And listen to his wife. Listen to his wife talking.
Oh, I didn't turn up the volume.
You got to hear the volume. His wife's like, come on, John, it's 2 a.m. I'm ready to go home.
Okay, let me back.
And they drunk.
4:30 in the morning, I want to go home. Get that stupid boat out of the pool. Let's go. Right now. Hey, you idiot. There's no rope tied to that anchor, and you're in a fucking... Oh, my God.
That's stupid.
Got a rope.
Where's my fucking anchor? Get that proud of yourself, sir.
Shut up! All the time you're begging.
You guys think you need anything else to drink?
I do need you. I can use some water.
Get in the truck.
Get in the truck. Yeah, people do stupid stuff, man. That is like, what? What were you thinking? Got this little speedboat in a blow up pool, and you take off in it at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, you've had about 10 glasses of whatever too many. It's like these idiots got in my car were asking me stupid questions like, "Can we screw your wife?" Did I tell y'all about that?
They got in the car and asked you that.
Yeah. First they wanted to
They asked you that question?
Yeah. First they asked, can you take us somewhere where we can get some whores?
There had to be some white boys that say some shit like that.
Yep, it was.
Hey, brother, broham, we want some colored pussy.
No,
Can we screw your wife?
They didn't go down that road. First, they wanted me to take them to where they could buy some hookers. I said, well, I don't know anything about it. I'm down in Irvine and near Disneyland. And I said, no, I don't know anything about that. I'm not from around here. So I thought that would just shut them up. And he said, well, what about if we screw your wife? Can we do that? I said, no, you can't do that. Do you make love to your wife when she's on a period? I said, dude.
Oh, no, come on, man.
I said, dude.
They were drunk.
They were drunk, and they're from Brooklyn. So I said, either one or two things. I'm gonna have to humor these guys, go along with the bullshit, or I'm gonna stop this car and beat the shit out of at least one of them, and they're gonna kill me. So I said, no, man. Listen, we need to change the subject here because y'all getting a little way over the top. Oh, we're just having fun. I said, yeah, I know, but I'm not. So cut it out. So they got quiet, and then when they got out, they said, man, we're sorry. We were just fucking around, I said, yeah, I know. I said, but you need to be careful, man, because you might get in the wrong car, and somebody might just turn around and blow your brains out. I go, yeah, you're right, man, you're right. They went on into the little hotel, and I guess they stayed there. But I mean, why would you ask somebody some stupid crap like that?
Because you drunk.
But you
just being stupid?
You should never get to that level. That's just like.
I like doing stupid shit like that, though. Asking, not to strangers, but I mean, like.
You would do
just
something
coming
like
out
that?
your mouth with some kind of crazy shit just to make somebody say, what the hell did you just say?
Yeah, well, you do that every day right here on this show.
My granddaddy, when he was alive, I was a teenager, he's like, get in there and shut your mouth and get in there and fry me some bologna. And I got the little frying pan and a little cast iron. I laid my dick in it and went and I said, here's you some bologna, right?
Oh, no, you did not.
Man, my cousins were there. That's the only reason I did it. Man, he come up out of that chair with that walking stick. And we used to tattle on each other because he was in his second childhood. As soon as my grandmother got home from work, you could hear that screen door. The screen door made no. And he looked up the hall. And he said, Mother! He called her mother.
Uh-huh.
He said, Mother, don't you cook me another damn thing in that frying pan. George had his Peter in it. And she was like, what's he talking about? I'm like, he was drunk. He been drinking today, Granny. Can't pay no attention.
You blame it on the alcohol.
Alcohol.
Poor fella. He had to be around you. You were a real buffoon. Certified.
Yes, Lord. Well, I was destined to be a broadcaster.
I don't know. I think more comedian might have been more appropriate.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
Yeah.
I want to,
on the wrong
morning
microphone.
show. That's why I do a good morning show. I just got to clean it up again because y'all got me. I got atrophy.
Y'all ain't got nothing to do.
I got atrophy. I got. When I first started calling the Lee Michaels show, I never cursed or none of that shit.
Right. So
bullshit.
No, I'm saying when I first started, you go back and listen to the tapes from September, October last year. I wasn't cursing.
What happened?
One day you told somebody, man, get the fuck off some guy from Chicago.
Yeah.
Charles
And you were like,
Butler.
man, get the fuck off my goddamn phone then. I'm like, oh, we can say that on here? You were like, yeah, you can say anything you want on here. I'm like, oh, man, I've been like, yes, sir, Mr. Michaels. No, sir, Mr. Michaels. I've been all... And then you broke down like, well, fuck you then one day. And I'm like, oh, hell, I can do that.
Yeah, it was Charles Butler, this knuckle-dragging Republican. I haven't talked to him since. He'll pop up again.
Yeah,
Good.
Trump got him hiding in the closet. Now he can't even defend this shit.
No, nobody can. Nobody. And Charles is basically a good guy. He just bumped his head one time too many when he was in the
they're talking
Marines.
about making Kellyanne Conway the new communications director.
I wouldn't be surprised. I anticipated that one.
Meth Lab Barbie.
Meth Lab Barbie.
That's what she looked like.
She's like fingernails on a chalkboard to me.
She looked like she'd been smoking meth for 2 weeks.
Two executives. Rich O'Brien, picture on the right.
Got any meth up in there?
Vice President of Programming. Eric Faison is Senior
Reckon
Vice
I have
President of
some.
Programming now.
Who is?
Eric Faison.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I'm just reading in one of the publications. He's Senior Vice President
Eric
of
was
Programming.
in Pittsburgh back in the day.
And Affiliate Relations.
And in Buffalo. Wasn't he in Buffalo at one time?
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Nice guy.
Eric's a really cool dude. Man.
He
I
is.
like Eric.
Yep.
I tried to convince him in 2005. I said, Eric, you got this syndication, this barter stuff you got going on up there. I said, why don't you start bartering out imaging for radio stations? I've got plenty of stations that don't have it in their budget to get imaging, but they got inventory, but I don't, what the hell I'm going to sell? I said, but you guys could do that. I could come to you and say, I need $500 a month for this station, and you could make $1,000 in trade off of it.
Right.
He's like, I don't think that there's a future in that. Man, look now, you got Benztown and the Mix Group in Miami. You know?
Doing the same thing, huh?
Getting paid. Eric, you could have been the first one to do it. You would have been, and I mean...
I think that Eric probably had the understanding of the vision for it, but probably the people above him, had a limited... I'm trying to be nice.
Well, I love Eric. He just wasn't seeing that particular vision.
Yeah.
But I would have much rather done it with Eric because I have a tremendous amount of respect for Eric. I wish he would have saw the vision with me at that time because he's a hell of a nice human being.
He is. Very nice. I like Eric.
Not that to say Massa Patterson out there. And do you know Massa Patterson?
No, I don't know Massa.
Massa Patterson, he runs Benztown for Chachi, whatever his name is, Chachi Dennis or whatever.
I don't know any of those people.
I called him one day. I'm like, Massa, how many black folk work in there in the office? None. I said, I figured that. See, when anybody gonna call you Massa all day?
Yeah, I don't know Massa. I don't know the company. I don't know anything about it.
Did you finish those promos? Yes, Massa. I finished. Yeah, Massa, I got them.
Yeah, they're on the
Massa.
way. And that
was a Roy Wood Jr.
That's his real name?
Massa, M-A-S-A Patterson. Massa Patterson. Yeah. Massa.
His parents had a sense of humor.
Yeah, like my buddy Dick Little. I mean, I said, man, why would your parents name you Dick Little? And his real name was Richard Little, but they called him Dick. Yeah, I'm like, when they're calling roll in school, Michaels, Lee, here. Featherby, George, here. Bass, Chris, here. Little, Dick. I wouldn't answer to that shit.
He ain't here.
I would not answer to that. I knew a guy named Peter Bender.
Peter Bender.
That's
Peter wrong, Bender. Man. That's wrong.
Peter Bender. Yeah, I did.
No, that's wrong.
That was his name, Peter Bender.
Why do parents do stuff to kids like that? And then, these crazy names that came along about 15, 20 years ago. These different Nikas. Shanika.
Oh, Shaniqua and Shanika and
no,
Shaniqua.
Man, what is that? You making up words.
And then you take half the daddy's name, like I don't know. Yeah, I hate that ghetto ass shit.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I mean, it's just like make it easier to be profiled when you're trying to get a job.
You got me whooped. Sean, yeah, and then like Sean Tay. Bushman up in Detroit's got a stepson named Sean Tay. And I'm like, why would you name your son Sean Tay?
Yeah. Yeah, I got, old-fashioned names on my kids. George, Sarah.
I'm a George. You a George.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
George
you like
is cool.
To be a Pepper, too?
Chris.
Everybody knows Lee Michaels
those are cool
ain't your
names.
real name.
Yeah, only people that owe me money get the other name.
I made the check to Lee. Hey, out to Lee Michaels. He's like, look, man, I can't do shit with this. Somebody sent me a check where they wrote Apollo on it. Not Apollo Productions, not just Apollo.
Just Apollo.
What the fuck I'm going to do with this? Send it to Greece?
Right.
The hell?
Yeah. Well, that's part of the business. You have your...
And they spell it Appolo. I'm like, that spells Apollo. I said, Apollo is... Did you not watch Showtime at the fucking Apollo for 50 years?
That's a trick. Okay, the trick is...
Yeah, so they don't have to pay you.
Right. I don't have the money, so let me give him a bogus-ass check that he can't cash, and it buys me a little time.
You know another bogus trick they do? They send you a check made out for... it'll say they'll put April 3rd, 2018 on there.
Right.
And I'm like, this check it can't even be cashed till next year. Oh, I'm sorry, I wrote the wrong year down.
I'll send you another one.
I'm going to send a cease and desist to the radio station for my commercial until I get the other one. How about that?
Or they'll send you an envelope with nothing in it.
Yeah.
I got a friend. Zamira Jones got an envelope like that from a client. He said, man, and I was working for the client, and I had introduced my friend Zamira to him to perform some consulting services. Mm-hmm. And he says, Lee, they sent me an envelope with nothing in it. I said, oh, man, I'm sorry. And then I said, well, you need to call the accounting lady in there and let her know. And she swore up and down that she put that check in the envelope. I said, well, will you please send him another one? Can you overnight it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we got the money now. Wait a minute. You had it 2 weeks ago.
Right.
What happened to the money?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got to talk to the boss. And Chris, you know who I'm talking about because you work for them too.
Chris gone. He ain't even on here.
Oh, damn.
I don't know what happened. He clicked off.
Yeah.
I guess Laura Rice rang the doorbell and he had to get off real quick.
She said, you ready to party, Chris?
Yeah, Chris, come on in here. Get some of this.
It's party time.
It's party time.
Rock and jock and finger pop.
It's party time. Having a party.
Well, we know Laura's going to go out and have some fried chicken and wine because it
fried chicken and wine.
Yeah, that's one of her favorites. She loves that combination. Let me see it. I got her on tape talking about that. Let me see if I can find that bit.
That ain't big girl food right there, Laura. Get you some grilled chicken and water.
Yep. Let me see if I can.
You talking about you want to live in a tiny house? You ain't gonna be able to live in a tiny house. You keep eating all that fried chicken.
Yeah, she was doing a wine tasting thing, and the guy brought in some fried chicken to accent the taste of the wine.
They come, damn. That was a quickie right there, boy. That didn't take you 5 minutes.
Yeah. Welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, I heard that Laura Rice comment. Y'all think y'all slick.
Now you sound like a helicopter.
Yeah, you're all garbled there. What you got some fish bones in your throat?
Yeah, that's probably it. Well, hell, it's only
fried chicken bones, probably. And she spilled wine on that thing.
Man, I'm trying to find that little piece from Laura.
Having a party.
What did I do with that?
Where'd you go, Chris? Hey, hit refresh again on your thing, because you're going to...
Yeah, I'll try it again. Yeah, be right back. Hang on.
I can't hear you. You sound like you're underwater.
Yep.
I'm going to do this like Brutus. Let's see me do
What did I do with that clip? Man, I'm mad. I don't know what I did with it.
on the Lee Michaels Experience. On the Lee Michaels program.
Yeah, I'll just tell you what she said. She was tasting this wine. That's more better.
Okay, thanks.
She was saying she was doing this wine tasting thing, and she was having fried chicken with it. And then there was a little piece in there where she says, "Oh, it feels so good on my tongue."
I don't know how fried chicken would actuate your palate if you're trying to do wine tasting.
But that's what she said in this piece. She was doing a show.
What wine were they tasting? Dagger, Mad Dog,
I don't
Jubilee,
know.
I think it was
Thunderbird.
Probably Mogan David.
Yeah, Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah,
with fried chicken, you don't sample a nice Pinot Noir with fried chicken or.
Well, I think that's what they were doing. They was doing some high-end wine with fried chicken.
Some Section 8 ass wine tasting.
I got it. I found it. Here we go. Hang on.
What was it? The vineyards of Robert Taylor? I mean, where the fuck did the wine come from?
I don't know. Here we go. This is the words of Laura Rice.
That feels so good on my tongue.
Yeah, Chris. Go on, Chris.
Hey, go on nothing. I was talking about wine and fried chicken.
I was talking about that Zulu.
No, I'm talking about the mild sauce on that fried chicken.
She talking about that Chi-Town rattlesnake you've been getting.
Oh, she did not get it from me, sir. Hell no.
Go on, Chris. I ain't mad at you.
Well, happy birthday.
Go on nothing. Hey, look, I mean, I don't mind. Hey, look, if it was about banging a woman, I'll take it, but it's not about her. No.
All right, let's all together. Let's sing "Happy Birthday" to Laura.
On the beat. Happy birthday.
Where you going?
To you. Happy birthday.
Forget about it. Bad idea.
Happy birthday, Laura.
Hey, get her a fried chicken and stick some birthday candles in it. The whole chicken.
The whole chicken, raw. A wet, raw chicken. All right, folks, listen.
She'll take it.
Is today Wednesday or Thursday? What day is it?
Thursday. This is the end of the Lee Michaels Experience.
That's right. So we'll do a replay tomorrow. We'll be back live on Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us during the week here. We love you. Hope you had a little fun. Okay?
Absolutely.
It's all about having a little fun. We talk a little serious talk and then make fun of it. Because this shit is too much pressure on the brain to take it 100% serious. Especially with a moron in the White House. Have a safe weekend. Be nice to your Uber and Lyft driver, damn it. And don't ask him if you can screw his wife, because you might get shot in the head. So don't go there.
Lee's show, though. Lee's car, he'd take it to the weed man.
Yeah, right. Once it becomes legal, I'm going to have one of those stores, okay?
You have a little dispenser in the back.
That's right.
Insert $20. Bag fall out.
I tell the people, I say, well, wish I could offer you a drink, but the bar doesn't open until 6:30. It's 5:30. So. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, brother.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.